I'm Shay Russell from mining.com.au, and joining me once again is Ivan Fairhall, the Managing Director of Pivotal Metals. Ivan, it's great to have you on again. How are you?
I'm great, Shay. Great to be on again.
I wouldn't mind taking a look at one of your projects that Pivotal Metals is increasingly focused on, and that is the Belleterre projects, or the Belleterre region in particular. Tell me, what about this area makes it so prospective?
Well, you're right. We're excited about the Belleterre as well. And the reason is because we have an area that's got very, very high grades of copper, nickel, PGMs, gold. They're spread out over a wide area. There's been a number of quite important discoveries, but really it's quite underexplored. So the sort of stuff we're looking for here is midrum, and a lot of these are deposits that have been well defined, small bodies, but very, very high grade. There's intersections into midrum like 21 meters at 2.5% copper, 1.7% nickel, 2.7 grams a ton gold. So we've got very, very intense mineralization. We've got a big land package, and we've got these high grades. We can see them smattered over a large area, and we've got an underexplored environment. So the combination of all of those facts makes it really, really prospective and a great place to make new discoveries.
You mentioned a variety of metals in that answer. What's the benefit of a polymetallic project?
Well, you're right. Polymetallic, people don't always understand exactly what that means, but essentially you get these deposit types like we have on these projects here, where it's a combination of a number of metals. And in this case, it's VMS is common. You get sort of copper, zinc, lead. In the types of a lot of the type of mineralization we've got here, it's copper, nickel, PGMs, gold, silver, cobalt. They form in these magmatic sulfide deposits. They are very, very important. So they're actually quite strategic projects. Some of the biggest and best known and highest value rock in the world comes from polymetallic deposits. Think about the Norilsk mine, Voisey's Bay, Sakades. These are globally significant deposits. They're polymetallic deposits, and there's a track record of majors liking these projects because of that big revenue build up from the multiple metals. And that makes the reason they like them, I think, is because they're resilient in commodity cycles. You've got often metals don't always work in correlation, and so copper might be down a little bit, gold might be up, and so you get this very robust revenue stream. And from a development perspective, I think they're really interesting because there's a lot of ways you can deal with these multi-revenue streams, and so things like streams make them important. And of course, the metals themselves are linked to the energy transition. So very topical to have PGEs, copper, nickel. These are all super important commodities that form a really important part of the evolving economy.
Certainly sounds like a very interesting project. So what are the next steps from here? How do you push this forward?
Well, we've got a lot of prospect areas on our Belleterre projects. We've got geophysical anomalies, and geophysics is a great way to find these polymetallic deposits. So we're deploying that, we're generating drill targets, and we're going out there and building a pipeline of targets to go and drill and make a new discovery.
Sounds fantastic, Ivan. I look forward to hearing more about the Belleterre region. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks, Shay. Thanks for having me on.